I found my biological father after 30 years. He had no idea I existed, and now I understand why my mother kept me a secret. The DNA test was supposed to be just a fun Christmas gift, parent something to satisfy my mild curiosity about my ethnic background. I never expected to find a 50% match with a stranger named Robert Campbell living just 45 minutes away from my apartment. I stared at the notification for 3 days before working up the courage to message him. This might sound strange, but according to this DNA website, we're closely related. I was born in 1992 and I've never known my biological father. His response came within hours. I think we need to talk. Can I call you? His voice was deep and warm with a slight southern accent I didn't inherit. He asked careful questions, piecing together a timeline when I mentioned my mother's name. Pert Elaine Pert. There was a long pause. I knew your mother in college, he finally said. We dated for about 6 months. She broke things off suddenly in March of 92. I never heard from her again. I did the math. March 1992. I was born in October. She never told you she was pregnant, I asked. No, he said quietly. She never did. We met at a coffee shop the following weekend. I spotted him immediately. Paint, we have the same eyes, the same way of tilting our head when listening. He hugged me awkwardly, then stepped back to look at me, shaking his head in wonder. I've missed 30 years, he said, voice breaking over the next few hours. We filled in the gaps of each other's lives. He'd married at 28, had 2 children, parent my half-soda partet, and worked as an architect. He showed me family photos pointing out features we shared. I need to ask, I finally said. Are you angry she never told you about me? He considered this carefully. I was at first, but then I remembered who I was back then. He explained that when he dated my mother, he was struggling with alcoholism. His father had been an abusive alcoholic, and Robert had fallen into the same pattern in his early 20s. I was 6 months sober when we met, but I relapsed badly right before she ended things. I was in no condition to be anyone's father. He pulled out his phone and showed me a photo of a sobriety chip 12 years. Next month, he said, it took me nearly 2 decades to get it right. I told him about my childhood paired, how my mother had worked 2 jobs to support us, how she'd never spoken badly of my unknown father, only saying he wasn't ready for a family. She was right, he said simply. She sat quietly for a moment before answering. Because I loved him, she said, and I loved you too much to put you through what I went through with my own alcoholic father. Robert needed to heal himself first. Some secrets aren't kept out of malice, but out of protection, sometimes for everyone involved. My mother made the hardest choice, and looking at the man my biological father became, I can't say she was wrong. We're taking things slowly now. Taking things slowly now. Paired coffee every other weekend, text messages about small daily victories, building a relationship not based on what we lost, but on who we are today. Sometimes the missing pieces of our lives find us exactly when they're meant to.